Alright, the video this week's going to be a little bit different. So, been all over the place with work and just life going on, so haven't actually had the chance to do as much recording as I normally would, and haven't done the recording I normally do in the car on the way back or to the gym. So I'm just currently editing down what I have filmed, and because I missed an entire week because I had a work trip that I went on for extra training, and I left on a Sunday morning, and normally I do my editing on a Sunday like I am currently. So missed the week before last, which was 8th, starting on the 8th of June, I think. And then this week's videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine both and have it so you see the progress from what will be week 2 of the current program to week 3. So I'm going to include squats, my split stance deadlifts, military press, the deadlifts, which is the snatch grip, 3-second eccentrics, monster dumbbell, and the incline bench. Things have been going really well. My squat is feeling actually good. Pretty minimal pain during warm-ups, and then once my TFL on my quads are super warm and everything's feeling good, the pain's not there. So I managed to go, you'll see it in the video, but I managed to go 230 for 5 reps. 5 reps? Yeah, 230 for 5 reps, which was in a completely different gym, which was the gym that was actually at the training camp that I was doing for work. Pretty nice little gym actually, but I did have to squat on a noodle hybrid CrossFit bar, which I'm not squatting much. It's like 230 kilos, but I did feel the old whippies going on, but it doesn't really affect me very much. I mean, Strongman, you're used to walking with heavy yokes on your back, which move around heaps. Yes, pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with how my monster dumbbell's feeling as well. Moving through 75 kg for sets of 3 yesterday, which was really comfortable, and it was doing a rep, bringing it down, and actually touching the floor and going up instead of resetting every rep. So yeah, monster dumbbell's moving in the right direction, which is nice. Everything feels like it's moving in the right direction at the moment, so pretty happy overall. Going into the final week, starting with day 1 tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to because this week I kind of get to send it a little bit harder with the reps, and I'm not squatting to a box this week as well. Well, I don't think I am. I think I made the work up to a heavy set of 5 on squat, which if I can squat anywhere around that 230, 240 mark for 5 reps without the box, that's not far off, if not a PB, because it's high bar, and I'm a better low bar squatter than I am high bar, and I think 240 for 5 is my best high bar, so I'll be pretty happy if I can get that, but I'm not going to send it and hope that I get that. Same with I get to send the military press, which I'll do on Wednesday. I think that's just working up to 2x2, which I'm hoping I can do a double like 135 or 137 based on how things have been feeling. And then I get to send it a little bit with the monster dumbbell as well. It's 80 kgs for... It says in the program 1 set, 2 to 3 reps. I'm just going to try and bang out as many reps as I can, doing the old do a press, catch it, and touch and go. And if I just get 3, I get 3, that's cool. But if I can get 4 or 5, that'd be pretty dope. Numbers are moving in the right direction, which is pretty sick. Working on my diet as well, because stress does horrible things to people, and I am a stressful person, but I'm getting things under control. I watched a video from someone I know who is a IFBB bodybuilder in New Zealand, and they talked about how they just have, they're not a morning person, they don't want to get up and make a breakfast in the morning, so they just do cereal and a protein shake. And I thought, I'm not a morning person either. I could do cereal and a protein shake first thing in the morning, nice and easy. So I did that this morning, and yesterday morning as well. Even though it's the weekend, but I did those. I still get up early on the weekends. I did those, and it was quite nice, quite easy. So I'll do voiceovers for this video and what's going on. But yeah, pretty happy with how things are progressing. So yeah, keep pushing it onwards and upwards. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. All right, so we are into the video. So yeah, it's going to be quite a bit shorter. So this will be June 8th. So this is 220. So just been slowly increasing these over the weeks. I think the very first week I started out at somewhere around the 140 mark, but obviously that was a lot of issues with pain in the old quad. But yeah, I was pretty happy to hit 220 week 2 of the Curran block. You can tell it is pretty easy. Like I'm getting a fair amount of bounce to the top, and it's just moving quite fast. So I'm pretty happy with that. And then yeah, increased it to 230 in the random gym at the NZCIS campus. You can see how much this bar is bouncing compared to the other one, because yeah, just slightly thinner bars, so slightly more whippy. But the box is slightly lower. I'm essentially hitting, would I say, yeah, like almost a powerlifting depth, depending on your powerlifting federation. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to try and hit 230 to 240 for 5 without the box this coming week. See if we can get it done or not. And then yeah, the split stance deadlifts. I just want to say my arms are looking really jacked at the moment. Just an observation I've had recently. My arms seem bigger. Yeah, pretty happy with these. I've done these in the past, but I've always worn a belt, and I'm really trying to strengthen the core and the lower back by not just relying on my belt. So this is 110. What coach is trying to get me to focus on is essentially pushing my glute out to the side to get the grip meat and piriformis and those kind of area muscles to work. So I went up to 120 last week at the NZCIS campus. Pretty happy with that. Got to train with one of the other local strongwomen who was also down there for a similar course. She's just in the background unloading her plates. Yeah, pretty happy with these movements and these workouts because it gets the glutes really firing. And then yeah, on to what would be day 2. So this was the overhead press. I think I had to do 7 on this day, and this was 115. So I had to jump on the axle just to give the old wrists a bit of a pause, bit of a not so much pain. And then I was just on a normal bar, and this is down at Vikings Gym down in Lower Hutt. It was quite cold in there that night, so I chucked on the old track pants. Yeah, pretty happy. 120 for a set of 6. It's putting me in a good position to probably hit around 135 for a double this coming week. This is the snatch grip deadlifts with 3-second eccentrics. So this was week 2, and that's 175. I think 172. So I started at 160 and then went 172, and then I think week 3 is 185. I did manage to get all the sets done. 10 sets of 6 reps. The last couple of sets I was just like pretty close to vomiting, pretty close to had enough. I only managed to get 7 sets done in this workout because I just felt a little bit sick. And I did end up going off to the bathroom after the 7th set and almost having a good vomit in the toilet. Managed to control myself enough not to. But yeah, I really punished myself with these. Like, it's snatch grip deadlift. It's not a snatch grip pull or anything like that. It's not a snatch pull. So I'm deliberately using my lower back rather than just pushing the old knees forwards, getting in a squat position like you would with a snatch. And I do put my hands at the very end of the bar, because if you are like over 5'10" and you're doing snatch grip, your hands should be at the end of the bar. This is the dumbbells. This was week 2. This is 70. And you can see, it's flying. Like it's looking really good. I'm getting a lot better with the stability on my shoulder. Just learning the position of how to drive my forearm into the dumbbell. Even then, I still throw that a little bit out to the side. And this was 75 yesterday. So same thing, just trying to bang the reps up nice and comfortably. and trying to replicate like a similar technique every rep. But yeah, stability was pretty good on that set, which I was pretty happy with. And then yeah, final exercise was incline bench. So last week, yeah, 140 for a 5x5. Just got my partner spotting me there just because, you never know. And then actually teaching you how to kind of spot properly, getting your hands close to the bar just in case. So I think this week she was kind of having her hands floating around close to me just in case. I was just trying to teach her how to do that just in case something does go wrong because you never know. Yeah, pretty happy with this. Pretty happy with the 2 weeks in general onto the final week. One more rep. Come on, get it done. Get it done. All right. Thank you all.